And Pat Jacoby is also back there. And Kim Hood Jacobs. We went through the Adore prizes, and I suspect there are many of you who were wondering who the person was. He is a former TCOM minor. Your videos. This is the gentleman. When I asked the Alumni Advisory Board to send me their bios and pictures, this is what we got in them. Brett is the president of your TCOM alumni group. And
David Letterman. And of course, now that I graduated, I have to cross-dress and try to break into his house. But the important thing is I learned many good lessons here at Ball State. And as students at Ball State University, you have one of the best facilities in the nation. And you should all be proud to be a member of this department and facilities in the country. And this first award winner is from A.E. Rowe. And she has been recognized not only by Ball State University, but has also been recognized nationally for her commitment and dedication and achievements.
Finally, I have to apologize. I don't have any plaques or any how this all occurred, but who wound up sharing space with the WBST newsroom. Now, for those of you who have been in the newsroom, it is anything less than a nice, quiet working thanks and appreciation to Dr. George Yeamans and Dr. McConnell for all their patience.
And now we're going to have the opportunity to see the winning Letterman Scholarship video.
I should add, just after seeing those clips, for those of you who weren't able to attend the ceremony where we announced initially the winners, each one of those clips is a partial. I mean, there were many things involved in putting together, these winning contestants. So we just saw a part of the package. There were scripts, and in some cases.
Now to present our next award for the Distinguished Telecommunications Alumni Award, Channel 8 News photographer Jim Hester. Jim?
would anyone like to stand up and stretch their legs? I was asked just a few minutes ago if I wanted to do this, and I told them no at first, but since I have more stuff on this guy, I guess I probably ought to do it anyway. The news director from WBST, this gentleman over there, he said that awards should be special and that you should earn an award, you know. Well, this year we decided to do a little something different. We're just going to give it to Mike Androvett anyway. So Mike, I need you to come up here, Mike.
Oh, this is going to hurt. Oh, this is going to hurt, isn't it?
Mike and I have that kind of relationship. I want you to see this because I wouldn't say these things about you. Mike Androvett joined Wish TV Channel 8 news staff as a reporter, janitor, and assistant news producer in March of 1981. Prior to his appointment at Wish TV, Mike worked as a reporter at WEAR TV in Pensacola, Florida, where Mike didn't earn any money, but he ate all the sunshine he could. Mike began his career working part-time for Wish TV after his internship with the station in 1980. Mike has served as Wish TV's general assignment reporter, police beat reporter, janitor, and on-your-side consumer reporter. While working full-time, Mike went back to school full-time to study law in the mid-'80s, which was a pain in the ass for all of us that had to work with him. Excuse me, Dr. DeVoe, wherever you are.
Oh yeah, DeVoe minds.
Yeah, he minds. He minds. I know he minds. Mike earned his law degree from Indiana University School of Law and passed the Indiana Bar. In May of 1991, Wish TV decided to create a new investigative team. No one else applied, so we picked Mike. Mike's expertise of the law and law degree made him the natural choice.
You didn't write this.
Currently, Mike serves as Wish TV's I-Team reporter and is part of Indiana's only investigative reporting team. Mike's work has taken him to such places as Guatemala, Haiti, Beech Grove, Yorktown, Daleville, and has earned him a string of awards, including several Best Reporting Awards from UPI, hey Tim, AP, and the Society of Professional Journalists. A 1990 Emmy for documentary. You can go on and get him now. So. For documentary, and a 1991 Emmy for general news reporting, and a 1992 Regional Investigative Reporting Award. Mike is a heck of a guy to work with, but he stands true to the motto for television news, and that's go out there and skim the surface. Mike Androvett. Which one does he get? I get this. Mike.
I never did like you.
It's okay. There you go.
Thanks, Hess. And I've been thoroughly humiliated. I really, they just told me yesterday to come up here, and I thought that Iden was trying to collect the $200 from those bogus phone calls I made on the station access number in 1978, was it? Man, you were mad. You were really mad. I do feel kind of sheepish because this notice came down the fax yesterday about we'd like you at the alumni conference, and it's tomorrow, and would Mike Androvett talk for 5 or 7 minutes? And I threw up my hands. I said, geez, God, that's tomorrow. And, I was just about to get into, the part about, well, when you're in the public, people think that you can just change your schedule on a minute's notice and come out. And Jim Hester's always been a very philosophical, understanding guy that I go to very often and confide in him. And I find him often to respond in ways that provide some positive reinforcement. So I was just about to get into that, and I turned to Hess, and Hess said, shut up, you're going. So that was it, so I'm here. I really appreciate this. I'm not going to slow down the program. It's a bit humbling because coming here, I was a scared kid, and I came from the East Coast, and I didn't know what I wanted to do or how I was going to do it. And now, 16 years later, it's like, well, at least for the time being, we think you've succeeded. And what it does is it ratifies your choices, and it also makes you wonder if you've said thank you enough, along the way. So to John Iden, thank you for putting up with me. Bob DeVoe, thank you for putting up with me. Dave Smith, thank you for having enough faith in me to keep funneling me into internships. I was, I think, the world record holder for internships. It's like, I'm done, Dave. Can I have another? And I don't know how many of you know this person, but you sort of build a program on a foundation, and part of the foundation of WBST and of Ball State and Ball State Telecom was a guy by the name of Jack McQuaid. And I wouldn't be an alumni without Jack, let alone distinguished. I ran out of money, ran out of patience, and wasn't even going to come back for my senior year, and Jack wouldn't hear of it. And he taught me about news, and he taught me more than anything about the passion of news. And by this honor, dubious as it might be, Jim, you're saying, Jack, you did a good job as well. And so, Jack, I know you're up there. This is for both of us. And just one final thing. I know a lot of you are getting ready for jobs, and it's very stressful and very hectic. And there's a tendency, to think, God, I got to get that job. I got to get out there. Work hard, but also enjoy your life. It's not, the destination, but the journey, and enjoy that. And the stuff I've seen today just blows me out. I cannot believe the kind of work you guys are doing, and I'm really very impressed by that. So thank you. Thank you very much.
two other awards that appear on the program. Again, this is an application process, and we ask sophomores, juniors, and seniors to go through those applications and then routes them onto a faculty group. And it's my pleasure, number one. He's an individual I had a run-in with just yesterday, as a matter of fact. And I've determined that next year I will do all I can to lower his GPA. He's also an individual who I find looking at a lot of strange CDs in and around the office. It's not much that we'd ever look at, some of you would. And he's also an individual that has about 18 times the hair that I do. I'd like to honor the best junior in TCOM this year, Mr. Paul Nelson.